Alright guys, welcome back to Build Prado. Now, no one on YouTube has done a tutorial on how to install these lights on this car. So here it is, the video is going to come and I'm going to show you guys how to do it, and they'll end up looking like this and it's all programmable and stuff. So stick around and take you through step by step and hopefully you'll know how to do it for yourself. So here are the lights that I got, but pretty much they're not going to fit using the old lenses. So if you come over here, right now I have the factory OEM back headlight, the plastic part with the glass taken off, as you can see there, and I've got the halogen light and it's just sitting in there at the moment. Now it looks really good and stuff, but there's literally no physical way to mount it at all. And then over here we have the light pretty much in its normal formation, but it's just been blacked out in the middle, which I think looks a lot better than factory. So the plan is now, this one over here, we'll take that out and black that one out because that'll be easy and fine to do. But with this, because there's literally no other way to mount it, the only thing I can do is actually spend heaps of money and buy the brackets, which are $200 from Japan, and then ship them over to Australia, which is about $100. So all of a sudden it's gotten very expensive, but there's not really much else I can do because this just isn't going to cut the mustard, and also melted that. But I was just going to make brackets there and that would be easy. But yeah, so that's why I'm going to have to actually sadly not use these molds because it's just not going to work. Alright guys, now I know it looks like a mess over here, and excuse the pink screwdriver, flower screwdriver, but what is happening is we're putting the lights inside of the frames. Now there's boxes everywhere. We're trying to make this as simple as we can because I know thousands of you will be asking me how the heck this is done. Now what I've done here is I'm lining up the holes with this bracket. So there's one there, there's one down here, that one does line up. And down here, as you can see, I've drilled a second hole. Now these are the exact same thickness, even though they don't look like it. And then these are the screws I'm going to be using, and these will go in there like that. Now, it comes with these in the box, but these are way too small to close the gap. And I'm going to show you what I mean. So if you look at the gap between here and here, that is supposedly meant to take a screw that's this big. You can't even see because it's so small. It looks like that. See how it's really small? So as you can see, that is not long enough. So I've got these screws in a little packet, and it was like really cheap. It looks like this, just a little self-tappers. But you could probably use ones that actually have a flat head. That'd be better. So now these will go in, but the problem is now it's hitting down here because, as you can see, the screw's so long. So now I've got to grind or cut these in half a little bit so it actually fits. But the idea is once all these three screws are in, then this will be clamped itself via the bracket to the back of this sort of shield here, which makes it really solid. And then once all that's together, you throw this on top, which is the mold, and that will just go over like that sort of thing. So it's a lot of messing around, I'm finding, and there's no instructions. Okay guys, so when you wire this up, this is the basic layout. Now this plug down here that's connected there, that's just the factory plug-in, and then here I've got the steady $40 converter, which pretty much helps this work because Prado's are negatively switched. So that just goes into light and powers that turns on, and then literally the exact same on this side. I've got my spotty wire up in there, and then it wires into the steady, which then wires into the light, and these work just fine. And then I need to connect this and stuff to get the rainbow and all the crazy colors in the circle to work. So that's the basic wiring. Okay, so you may not be able to see here, but it's just hitting on this part here and also hitting here. Now as you can see, I've done little pencil marks because what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut that steel out with pliers, bend it back so it sits further in the light. It just depends on what lights you get of these. That's how far it will sit in. So I'm going to do that right now. So now I've got it on the car and it's very easy. There's these little things that are already in there from factory. These little metal like screw looking things that stick out from the car. And you literally just hook it on, and then it comes with 3 nuts like that in your bracket kit that you buy. So that's what it looks like, just like so. And it looks like that. And then now we're going to get this and put it over top, and this will use the same mounts as these. So it just goes over top of that. Alright, so the lights are in there looking beautiful as always. Now I've taken off the side lights on each side because I'm actually painting them over here because I didn't like the white whatsoever. So these are just got one coat in them at the moment, drying in the sun. And they're using this from Supercheap Auto, and it was $18, so not too bad. And I'll do maybe anywhere from 2 to 3 coats. We'll see how we go, because I know around 5 is literally pitch black, and I'm not sure if I want them to be fully blacked out, because I still want them to be visible when you put the indicators on. But yeah, so we'll get these painted and put them back on the car. So here we have the male wire going on the end of the wire my dad's cut.
That's so he's going to connected, dude.
So he's going to put that on and then crimp it, so it saves us soldering. And then that will be able to hopefully plug straight into there. And then we solder the other end on because of the whoever's done it the last time. And then we should be laughing. Alright, so what's happening here, folks, is we're soldering the end of this cable together so it doesn't frail and get all grotty. And then pretty much we'll be soldering this onto that positive wire that we found earlier. And then it should be all good to go. So pricing. Now, the actual molds, which is this fiberglass piece here, you're looking at about 180 off this dodgy looking website in like Japan. So most of the websites are Chinese, but I will have links down below in the description of everywhere to go, so you click the right one so don't get scammed. Now, yeah, like I said before, you're looking at about 180 for this mold. Now, the actual lights themselves, you get whatever you want from eBay. Now you're looking anywhere from like $45 to like $245. Now these were $109 on eBay, so sort of the mid-range, but these were the cheapest ones that did colors in the ring. Now when I bought these, I thought they just did solid colors. I didn't realize they could do programmable stuff, which is really cool. But I got it mainly just for the single colors for the photos. But so pretty much right now, you're looking at $109 plus $180, so almost $310. Now, that's not including postage, by the way. Now, there's more you're gonna buy. You're also gonna buy behind this light, as you saw at the start of the video, is the actual bracket. Now that was also $180-ish. So that adds to that total, you're looking at about almost like $500 to $600, depending on what lights you go for. So really up to you how you want to do it, but that's how much it cost me. Now I have, yeah, all the links in the description of what ones I went for in case you want to do this exact setup. That's easy, it's up to you. Or if you want to get $50 ones of these that don't do colors, they're just white. So remember guys, this doesn't have the indicator in it. The indicator is still part of this, so that's only its own light, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to show you guys a few different colors it does. So here's one of them. Here's another one. It changes the 3 colors and it just cycles through. Here's a fast pace blue, red and green one, and you can change the speed on all these, and you can also change the colors. Here's the blue and red police officer style. This is one of my favorites, the RGB gaming setup look. Looks so good at night. Dude, how nice are these lights? Oh my goodness. So good. This one is just going through all the colors it does, so that's pretty basic, but if you want something a bit more simple, you can get something like that. Here's another one of it. Looks like a clock almost, just cycling through blue, red, pink, and yeah, you can change the colors and the speed of them. This one will look better at night because it's got white, red and green, more of a Christmas theme. But yeah, you can change the speed and the colors on all of them, so really up to you what you want to do, but these are the ones that come preloaded with the app. Alright, so this is how they're sitting in the car right now. I've just got a screw in there holding that up there, and then back here I need to still mount it to something, but this is the little thing from Steedy that's making it go from, because the Prado is negatively wired, this is making it actually work sort of thing, that turns it into a normal connection which will make these run. Now the wires, I've run this wire, you can see it through here, cable tied to the back of the grille, and then this little box here, which if you can see that, but that little box with the little QR codes, that's what you scan the app with, and then that runs the Bluetooth through there to there. And then yeah, here's the other one, and it's got the same thing, it's got the little thing from Steedy, and then you may not be able to see this, but that plug down there is actually an adapter to go into the spotties. So that's how I've plugged it up, and yeah, it's literally connected through this Parker in here is how it's connected up, and that what does the colors. And then because it's connected via this little box, that wire is going to the other one, which means whatever that one will do, that one will copy, and just makes it really easy. You don't have to go into both parkers, you can just go into one. This is how the indicators looked after 2 coats, which I thought was going to be not enough, but it clearly went almost completely black. And then here's the other side. So I've also got the one in the wool bar and under the snorkel. So I've got heaps of indicators. But yeah, that's what it looks like. Pretty visible, I reckon, to what it could have been. So pretty happy with that. And it makes it look a lot nicer than the white. So this is how it will look when I'm driving. So this is on parkers only, driving lights, and high beam. And then infinite light. So you guys, all the colors I've shown you are what it comes within the app, but you can change them yourself. Now, this is very clever. If you actually connect your music, it will also, whatever song you play, these will strobe to the effect of the song, which is quite cool. Now I've tried it and it doesn't really work quite as nice as you think. It sort of just spazzes out as fast as it can with the song, but it doesn't exactly look in sync. But still, the technology's there, they're trying. I just haven't used it properly, but that is a feature as well, if you wanted to do that. But I've shown you all the modes. I'm also going to show you the app and how that works. Alright guys, so I'm just going to quickly show you how to use the app. Now as you can see, this screen is full of all the preload outs. So if you press any of these do the colors. So for example, this one here, M9, even though it doesn't look like it, this one actually does the RGB rainbow color, and then M10 does that police looking one. So you get the idea. And if you look at the bottom here, there's little fast forwards, so I can make it go really slow or really quick. And then this brightness is just the brightness of the ring. Now you're probably thinking, why would I want to lower the brightness of the light? Well, for nighttime photography, you actually need to do this. My mate's a photographer and he knows what he's doing. And yeah, you will use that. And then this lightning bolt is the strobe effect on the light, which pretty much just changes the flashing speed. You pretty much have this off because you don't want it to flash, it looks silly. Now, music's on the right, that I already told you about, barely works, so I'm not going to show you that. But I'm going to show you this color wheel, and as you can see here, I can pick whatever color I want on the wheel, or select the colors like red, green, blue, yellow, pink, blue, white. So, and same again, it's got the brightness level and the lightning. So this is what I use, and yeah, it's pretty easy to use. And there's also a vibration feature. If you shake your phone, it will randomly pick a color. Pretty gimmicky, you don't really need to use that. So yeah, pretty simple. And then yeah, it's got this information in here as well. And then Bluetooth, you just come up with your name like that and you click on it and it connects to the vehicle, and then boom, you're in. And then DIY, those are your colors. So yeah, that's pretty much how to use it, guys. Hopefully that makes sense, because there's no tutorial on YouTube on how to do that. Alright guys, one more thing, this is very important. It almost screwed me over and I don't want this to happen to you. So pretty much, once you've had fun playing with the colors and stuff and the automatic animation lights, when you want to drive the car, make sure you hit white, the one on the bottom top right, obviously. And what you want to do is, it's hard to explain, but pretty much if you go to the app or just turn it off wrong, it will play the previous color you've done, and that could be the rainbow. And then all of a sudden you're driving on the road with the rainbow effect, and you get pulled over by police. So to avoid that, when you hit the color, so hit the color you want. So I've hit white. Scroll down and actually turn your Bluetooth and location off, and then go out the app, because if you do it any other way, it will actually go back to the second to last color you've done, and in my case that will be rainbow, and it won't work. So seriously guys, make sure you do that. I'm telling you guys this now because otherwise you'll message me like, what the heck, the lights won't swap back. So make sure you turn it off that way, location Bluetooth off, and then that's how you do it. So I'm going to turn mine back on, and then I'll be able to reconnect, hit white, and then turn it off. Beautiful. So yeah. Okay guys, now I've wired these to my parkers like I've shown you before, but you can wire them in directly to accessories. So when you got your key and you turn it once, which is when the radio would come on, this would actually come on. But I figured it might draw too much battery or whatever, and it might flatten the battery. But so far I've had this run out some parkers, so any Prado owners out there will know, if you open the door, at least mine does, the car makes a noise, like a beep noise, like a long beep noise, and it's to let you know you left your lights on, which is good because it doesn't let your lights on. But mine's wired up to that, so if I flick the switch one more, these actual lights will come on. So I'll put them on parkers. But yeah, so that's how they look, and I've actually taken the globes out of these Parkers here, so they're not on as well. But I'm going to get some blue LED ones in there, so it looks better than the yellow halogen stuff. So yeah, that's my situation there. But I'll just let you know, it's probably best wiring your Parkers, at least you know when they're on. Alright guys, I'm afraid that's the end of the video. So thanks so much for watching. Now I've tried to answer all your questions. You've already had like 50 messages about how to do this, and I told you the video was coming, so I'm going to try and get this out to you as soon as I can. But hopefully now you know how to do it, and if you don't, just message me and I'll help you out. And I'll leave all the links in the description so you can click on everything I've used. And yeah, just make sure you buy on the right website, because all the currency is different, so you got to keep in mind with that. But yeah, so they look really good. Can't wait to get heaps of use out of them, and completely change the photo game and Instagram. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. And I did pay for this all myself, besides one thing, but that was not by any sponsorship at all. So thanks so much for watching guys, and we'll catch you guys in the next episode.